Welcome to Music Row, a backstage pass to your favorite country artists. Here's your host, Leek.
Hey, welcome to the program. I am Leek, host of this very fine program, which, by the way, I just caught word, it is the #1 country music program that is broadcast from a shed. We're talking worldwide. So thank you very much. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for telling pals. And, thanks for giving a listen. On today's show, we will check in with Chayce Beckham. We'll have him visit, and we'll talk about heavy machinery, sandboxes, and taking Q-tips out on the road. But that's still to come. And in the broadcast world, what we just did there was foreshadowing. On Tuesday, the Junos made their 2025 Juno nominee announcement. All the categories, there might be 30 categories. And some big surprises, some not so big surprises. What we're going to do to start off today's program is go through the country music categories and or sub-country music categories that I think are applicable for this program. And we'll start off with the Fan Choice Award. For some reason, the Fan Choice Award managed to get a few country artists this year. So that's a neat thing. Baby No Dollars, Dean Brody, Jade Eagleson, Josh Ross, Karen Agula, Ola, I'm saying it wrong, it's fine, Leg Cowboy Fringant, Preston Pablo, Shawn Mendes, Tate McRae, The Weeknd. So Dean Brody, Jade Eagleson, and Josh Ross all up for Fan Choice Award. So that's pretty cool. Who's going to walk away with this one? It's a fan choice. Tate McRae. It's super popular, lots of votes, all that stuff. As much as The Weeknd is in there, and I think The Weeknd should win, I just think the fans are, the Tate McRae social media group is going to take care of that because it's a vote in online, and that's what happens. Single of the Year. This is another category that captures all genres. Josh Ross made it in with Single Again. Karen Olia, YYY with Shawn Mendes, X's Tate McRae, Timeless, The Weeknd, and Playboy Cardi. Single of the Year, it will go to Josh Ross. I think Josh Ross, he's up for 5 Junos altogether. I think he's going to walk away with 3, if not 4. It's going to be a pretty big year, and that's a lot to do with the voting powers and all that stuff. I know that every record label gets behind their artists, as they should, but I think there's like some subsidiary kind of people who are involved in stuff, and it's all going to go to Josh Ross this time around. For Album of the Year, another category that is multi-genre, you've got Inuktitut by Elisapi, Complicated, Josh Ross, Submerge, Roxanne Bruno, Undisputed by Suka, and Think Later, Tate McRae. It's going to Josh Ross. It's just going to happen, okay? I'm making the predictions. I'm not saying that these are the artists I would like to see win. I'm not saying these are the artists I would not like to see win. I'm saying the way it's going to go. Traditional Roots Album of the Year. So call it a genre under the country world. Americana. Hemispheres in an Echo, Retro Man, More and More by Jake Vanderland. Domino by La Bottini Sorrenti. I don't know that. The Road Back Home from Lorena McKinnon. And at the end of the day, Sylvan Tyson. So I think you'll see Sylvan Tyson win that one because Lorena McKinnon was a live album. And I just don't see it going that way. For Contemporary Roots Album of the Year, Anniversary, Abigail Appel. For Eden by Boy Golden. Things Were Never Good If They're Not Good Now. Donovan Woods. Pathways by Julian Taylor. Strange Medicine. Kaya Cater. This is a tough one. I mean, look, most of these categories are tough, but this is a tough one for sure. I love Donovan Woods. I think he deserves this for the simple reason that I love him. And I love Boy Golden and Julian and such. But for all the songwriting that Donovan Woods does, and I'm going with Donovan Woods. I think he will win. Not saying that I think he should. I think that he will. Okay. Country Album of the Year, The Compass Project, West Album, Brett Kissel. Dallas Smith by Dallas Smith. Complicated, Josh Ross. Nobody's Born with a Broken Heart, Mackenzie Porter. Going Home, Tyler Joe Miller. So first of all, talked about it with Andrew Hyatt. Tyler Joe Miller, perpetually giggling. Great guy in the room, great songwriter, great performer. Just, you want to have him around. I don't think it's his time for a Juno. Mackenzie Porter, however, not only is she a great person, but I think this is going to be tough between, tell you what, if it wasn't for Josh Ross being in this category, I think Mackenzie Porter would win. Again, we talked about Josh Ross. There's a lot of voting power going in there. I think that he's going to walk away with Country Album of the Year. He's got to win 3 of the 5 the nominations that he's been listed as for the Junos this year. Dallas Smith, rightfully to be in the category, right to be there, but I don't see it happening. And the same goes for Brett Kissel this time around. Great albums, great stuff. It's what it is. Adult Alternative Album of the Year, maybe the worst title for a category at the Juno Awards. Maybe the second worst could be Underground Dance Song, but I don't know what adult alternative is, and it's just a weird catch-all. Just call it Americana, really. Maybe figure out a way to divide up Roots and Americana or something. I don't know. Roots is more international, is it not? So anyhow, Ilasapi is in on this. Lee Volbeck, who is wonderful and has been wonderful for like 30 years. Tara Lightfoot, Healing Power. Secret Beach is here, but the winner of this category will be Wild Rivers for the album Never Better. Go see Wild Rivers perform because, well, they're wonderful and they're creating an incredible, legacy and touring for themselves, which I think a lot more bands should take note of. Like, figure out how to tour like Wild Rivers does because, man, they got so many fans now. So the Junos announced 2 new categories for 2025, and they include Asian music recording or South Asian music recording and Songwriter of the Year non-performer. And this is for all the artists who are providing songs for others. Call it the karaoke people. Kind of like a Beyonce. Beyonce had 57 or so writers on her new album. She didn't do the writing herself. She just bought it. So I think it's great that the Junos have brought this in this year, especially after all the Grammy wins that Beyonce just received. Lowell is in on this. Lowell, the singer-songwriter, and she's in actually for writing for Texas Hold'em with a number of co-writers for Beyonce, for Songwriter of the Year non-performer. Nathan Ferraro is also in on for the same song, which is kind of weird. You have 2 people who were writing for Texas Hold'em and they're both in the same category. Like, why don't they just both win? And then Sean Frank with the song Love Somebody. So I think this is a good category. I would like to see Lowell win it because, well, I know her. That's just it. Who will win? I don't know. Both Nathan and Lowell should win because they're up for the same tracks, same stuff, same artist performed them. Let them both win. That's my breakdown of the 2025 Juno nominees. What are your thoughts? Am I wrong? Am I high? Did I miss something? Coming up, Chayce Beckham on Music Row.
What's going on, y'all? This is Chayce Beckham, and you're tuned in to Music Row.
First of all, Chayce Beckham, I imagine with the amount of times you have been through Canada over the last few years, you're probably like some sort of Tourism Canada concierge for everybody in Nashville. Are you having lots of conversations with people saying, hey, this is what you got to do? Or it's not that cold. That being said, I know you arrived and it was like probably the coldest day you've ever felt in your life.
Oh, well, I mean, the first time we ever came to Canada, it was in February. So it was freezing the first time we came. So that kind of set the standard for us, and we're not scared. So
I love it with a artist when you go out on the road, and if you're doing a run of dates, if it's 6 weeks or whatever, you have to pack, like, you have to think about a lifetime of adventure when you're packing your bag, especially when you're running into these different climates.
yeah.
What is something that you go, damn it, I need more of that on the road? Like, I'll give you a crazy example. I know a guy who, he and his lady friend were on with the band touring, and he had to run into the grocery store to get a few things one day. And it was the most random stuff. It was the morning after pill, a box cutter, a plunger, and a bag of oranges. So not your regular, hey, I got this.
How do you run out of those things? Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. What's it like for you? What are you like, oh man, I have to have this now, or I can't believe I forget it every single time?
Q-tips.
Right.
Yeah, because I clean my ears like consistently because I have in ear, molds that I have to put in my ear.
Absolutely.
And if it's like a huge pet peeve of mine, if I forget to use a Q-tip like right after I shower, and then like I go to do a show and I put my ear in and I can like feel like any wax at all in my ear.
And that's and right after you shower too is the time.
Yeah, it's when you notice it.
It's a hot knife and butter.
Exactly.
Just working perfectly.
Yeah, that's I think one of my biggest pet peeves. And anytime I forget them, I'm like, damn it, I can't believe I forgot those.
And you got to quickly run out. Like you got to go
Q-tips.
You got to go source, and it becomes the most expensive run for Q-tips ever. Something that costs $3, but now there's an Uber there, an Uber back, and
yeah. So I mean, I think probably Q-tips. Sometimes I'll forget my AirPods or my phone charger, but I don't nothing too crazy. We're pretty basic.
Nashville is, very much known when it comes to the artists of doing a weekend tour. You're going to go play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, back in town for a couple of days, and then shoot back out. Do you prefer to be on the longer run tour to maybe keep a little bit of a rhythm going with you and the band and maybe overall lifestyle?
I do enjoy a longer run. I think last year we did a couple that were maybe about close to 2 months, a month and a half, or getting on 2 months, and I really enjoyed it. I love being out on the road. I love getting to see all the different places. I love living on the bus. So I can definitely go that way, but also it's nice to come home. But it's never that great when you come home for like 1 or 2 days. You want to stay a little bit longer, and if you got stuff to do especially, then you're kind of like, oh man, I got to leave again. So, I mean, I would almost, if we could just go out for 3 months and then go home for 1, I'd rather do that. But Nashville has definitely embodied the weekend warrior routine for artists. So. And
it's tough too, even with the home life and everyone who's around you in that circle, because you might get in and you're like, I only want to lay down on the couch for 24 hours. And they're like,
that's definitely how it is.
I haven't seen you in 6 weeks. What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, no, my fiance, when I get home, she's the best. She's amazing. But, she definitely, she's like, oh, let's go out here. Let's go do this. And she kind of knows that, like, I'll go, but she knows I'd rather be sitting on the couch or hanging out watching a movie. So most of the time when I'm home, we just hang out at home, and it's awesome. Because
she's been at home.
Yes.
She's been chilling.
She's been there.
And you've been out every single night, whether you're performing or not.
Yep.
You're not ordering in Uber Eats into the hotel room. You are finding the bar in the neighborhood.
Yeah, somewhere to go.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
Tell me about what your summer was like last year, and if you could compare it to what you have this year, because the festival dates, they just keep on coming for Chayce Beckham, and that's a whole other animal itself.
Yeah, I don't know, like the summer, it always, like when I was a kid, it felt like it lasted forever, and nowadays it feels like they go by in a blink of an eye. So last summer was crazy. I mean, we toured, we were everywhere. I think we had a total of maybe 3 weekends off last year that we weren't touring and, traveling places and playing shows. So, yeah, it just kind of, it turns into a blur, because you play so many places and you go so many places, and then next thing you know, it's fall. So this summer, I hope it'll be the same, and I enjoy it too, because that way I know I'm keeping busy and I'm getting my music out there. But I don't know. I always tell myself I'm going to take like a month off or 2 or 3 weeks off in the summertime so I can go do stuff, and I never do.
I was talking to someone actually about that recently, where they said coming off a tour is difficult because it's re-entry into a whole other atmosphere.
Yeah.
And it takes a few days to kind of get that rhythm.
Get back into it. I don't know. I think I've become I think I feel the most at home on the road, if that makes sense. And then, like, especially if I'm in a bus and we're traveling comfortably, and like you said, you get into a rhythm kind of with the people that you're around, and I definitely feel the most comfortable while we're constantly touring and playing places. And it's like then when I go home, it's almost like you turn that off, completely, and then you just like go back to default settings.
Is it road chase or home chase?
Yeah.
What setting are we applying today? Now that there's money come in, there's fame over, the last 4 years, just a whirlwind of where you were to where things are today. What are you looking for in terms of heavier machinery around the house?
Man, we're actually looking to build a house pretty soon. So
will you be hands-on, or will you be like,
no, I will not.
It turns out I have to go out on tour.
Yeah, that's actually
straight to Mexico and the beach.
That's what my fiance said. She's like, I'm not sitting here and dealing with all this stuff while you're out on tour. And I was like, you won't deal with any of it, I promise. So I guess I'll be the supervisor, the contractor on the job site, but I'm gonna contract it out and get it done. I know a thing or two.
Yeah.
So.
Did you have like licenses for heavy machinery or something?
Yeah,
like
I was not anymore, but yeah, I was certified for just about every piece of equipment that you could put on a job site.
What is the one piece that everyone should have in their arsenal?
Oh, I think my number one, my go-to, forklift.
Really?
Yeah, if you got a forklift, you're never going to have trouble putting anything in the back of a truck or picking it up and moving it, or you got something super heavy you need to put over there. You don't need 10 guys from down the street to come help you.
Good for Christmas lights?
Good. Yeah. It depends on which one you get, but yeah, there's a lot of different kinds of forklifts. So I
wasn't expecting forklift. I would have thought
say that you could do a boom, or you could do, depends on what kind of property you have too. So if you have like a lot of property, then I guess you would want maybe something more like a skip loader, like a John Deere tractor, right? Front loader or something like that, or a backhoe.
Is that what you're going to have once you get the new place?
I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna have that much land for me to need that. Those are expensive too. They're like $300,000.
Yeah, but people like you. Yeah, I'm sure like Kubota will just call you up and go, surprise.
I wish. So my dad, he's like, that's like his pride and joy is like his new tractor, and that's like one of his favorite things on the planet.
About 25 years ago, I'm at a party, and I'm talking with this guy, and we get into stories about heavy machinery and that, and he goes, I would love to open up like a park, have heavy machinery, and people come in and they pay to drive it around.
They have that.
Yeah. Not 25 years ago.
Right, yeah,
but they built it in Vegas.
Yeah, somebody invented it.
I'm like, damn it, I should have just went in with that guy right away.
Have you ever seen those guys, they do a podcast, but they all sit around like this sandbox, and they have like a bunch of heavy machinery remote control toys, and they like dig and build in the sandbox like while they're doing the podcast. Have you seen it?
No, but that must drive their families crazy.
It's like in the basement they have this setup with like this huge sandbox, and they're always just like doing construction in it and like running all these toy cat pieces of equipment, and
I hope they are using at least construction language.
Yeah,
and
it's
like
funny.
Just everything's in code.
I've
like
just seen bits and pieces
site.
of it. I think it's called Sandbox or something, but yeah, those guys, that's probably, I don't know. I've seen those, and I've thought about investing in a couple miniature pieces of equipment.
We can figure that out for you. Thanks for doing this, man.
Oh,
Have a
you,
great
man.
time on the rest of this run.
Thanks. Thank you.
See you again soon.
Hell yeah.
Follow Music Row on X at Music Row Country, on Instagram at Music Row Official. Music Row is produced by Shed of Dreams.